what should be a great one between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Green Bay Packers. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Working from the gun, Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 6 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Shepard. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
Oh, no doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to know.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. From 8 yards out. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game. How about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of the game, the good players, things turned out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
It'll be a loss of 7 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. Off the play fake, Winston. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
The good signal calls would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Third and long for Winston. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Jameis to throw it. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Winston throwing complete to Mike Evans. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Jameis again. Flush to his right. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time, and the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
6-0 our score after 1.
Buccaneers, nothing.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. Burst by him near the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
His throw caught at about the 5. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, well, they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in, and they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
One back in the game, that's Jones, second and goal. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's third and goal. Now, this is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing third and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Bucs are just an extra point away from grabbing the lead now.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on third and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
On the return, it's Taylor. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
First and 10. They're on 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before and realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. The crowd keeps moving.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
He's tackled at the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when they clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Play action now, Winston. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that is incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin. And now it's second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. First down and much more here for Jones. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
And a Buccaneer first down.
From the gun, Winston. Flushed out right. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6.
14. Packers 6.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. On the return, it's Taylor. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. It's Shepard. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Rodgers to throw once more. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. The 40, the 20, 10. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And his kick is good. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Set to kick off.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw, it's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And he puts it through.
Makes the score Buccaneers 35, Packers 6. Younghoe Koo.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. To sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Now Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Rodgers now on first down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
On the sneak, Rodgers. And he's going to have a Packers first down, at least at first glance, as they spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Now this time, Rodgers will throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Jay Sternberger there. And it's 2nd down. Throwing again. Rodgers. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. This is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
To pick up a 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Johnson. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 42.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's Matt Hawk now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first. And a fake here, direct snap to the up man. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a map.
And my goodness, another interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
At the Packers' 42-yard line.
Again, it's Jones. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Open man has got one. It's complete. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now Jones. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 8 yards. There's still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down at about the length of the football. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the 1st down as they stop him short. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll go with Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And this offense is running away with this one. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Buccaneers 42, Packers 6. Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. On the return, it's Taylor. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right. And now here is another interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Vaughn on 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them. trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Set to kick.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. On the return, it's Taylor. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan.
Number 33.
Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Operating from the gun. Rodgers. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have bucked the trend so far. Sterling performance to this point on the road, no less, in the wild card round. And they look to finish things off here in this 4th quarter. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it with Johnson. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
And the Buccaneer 1st down.
Let's go, D. Right there. 54, right there, right there. 54, Mike. Drop deep, drop deep.
And they will take a knee here. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Yeah, you know, Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Lambeau, good night, everybody.